see me trolling, they hate it.
So before I start this video, I'm going to be announcing my art contest on Instagram. All you need to do to win these prizes and more is to draw either a snow leopard or human self, then post it to Instagram with the hashtag SmileyFanArt and tag me at SmileySmilesYT. Everyone who participates and is following me will get a buddy spot. And pro tip, if you draw my human self with cat ears digitally, your chances of winning go way up. So good luck to everyone. This contest will end either at the end of May or just when I feel like there's been enough entries. Make sure to check out my Instagram for way more details because there's lots of rules. Okay, so let's go back to the actual video now. Hello my wonderful viewers, my name is Caroline and I'm going to be drawing my Animal Jam life. I've wanted to do this for a long time, but wasn't inspired until now since I just hit 40,000 subscribers, which may not seem like a lot in today's standards considering a party has more Instagram followers, but it's good enough for me, so thank you very much. I started playing this game in December of 2012 when I was 11, and I found it through some friends who were all obsessed and made me join them. They were all members and I wasn't, so I was kind of ostracized since the beginning since I never got a membership until a few months ago. But none of them play anymore or have a successful YouTube channel, so who's really winning? But since I was always not a member, I had never done any of the member adventures except the Eagle one, because no one really wants to do them anymore. And even though I was not a member, I was still able to play the game decently because back then, HHQ gave non-members way more rights and there were more rares and betas before the Diamond Shop and before they started capitalizing off of everything. And I didn't think being a non-member was as bad as people said. You just need to be more creative and think outside the box. I remember my dream item was a pirate sword because it looked cool and it was not a member, I could wear it. And now I have like 5 of them. My first animals was a seal and then a penguin, which is my favorite non-member animal. I later recycled the seal for a wolf. My favorite animal now is my snow leopard because it's a cat and it's adorable. I had a very undramatic Animal Jam life before I started YouTubing. I was never hacked or scammed, only a few times, and it's because of my own stupidity. And that told you was because I only played with a few close in real life friends, so I was 100% sure I could trust them since I've known them for like 5 years. So I started making YouTube videos in 2013 when I was in 6th grade. 2013 was also probably the best year of my life, in-game and in real life. Back then there were only a few famous jammers and the first person I watched was Snowy Claw. And I also watched Julian 2 and Unicorn, who were the most subscribed people at the time, though none of them make videos anymore, unfortunately. But they were the ones who inspired me to make videos. It might sound really lame, but the reason I started was because I wanted to get noticed by them. And I thought, well, if they can do it, why can't I? I was a lot more confident in myself back then. Regardless, it worked. I was gaining subscribers and my idols noticed me. Really early too, when I had only a few hundred subscribers, Julian put me on his feature channels list and subscribed to me. I don't know why either, but I was totally fangirling. Gummy also subscribed to me and we actually started talking on Skype. And then later I won one of Snowman's giveaways and I met her in game, but I never really talked to her. The popular thing I was known for back then was trolling. I didn't make up trolling videos. I think I just saw a few and had a few ideas of my own. And I don't make trolling videos anymore because it's hard when you're recognized and people just automatically see me trolling them. I used a lot of crowdfunded music back then because I was an idiot. So a bunch of my videos back then, and I guess still now, are unfortunately not monetized and are just copyright struck. My favorite video I've made is either my singing love songs to strangers troll or the truth about fox hats. My main look was this white panda with the top hat and is the stupidest, dirtiest outfit ever. Same with my first username, Your Mom's a Turtle. That was literally not supposed to happen. However, my glorious username was short-lived since Animal Jam headquarters deemed my username inappropriate, even though it broke absolutely no rules. So they changed it to the second dumbest username ever, Jammer Yellow 486, without telling me, may I add. So I thought I was hacked. I was thoroughly offended because I'm Asian and Jammer Yellow, like really? You couldn't think of a better name. But I was unable to change my username since my parent dashboard actually was hacked and I couldn't get into it. So I made a new account with the username Smiley Turtles with a Z. I don't know why it's a Z, not an S. I guess it's trying to be cool. I have a lot of regrets. So that's the account I used to stay with the membership on it. and a lot less derpy main look. And the first year was pretty good. Life was good, and the gym was good, and I made friends online, which was definitely the best part of all this. People like Scattles, Awesome Elm 19, Road the Gamer, You Can Call Me Claude, to name a few people, and some more. I don't remember the screen names, which I feel bad about. It was like a bunch of years ago, but I do remember the personalities and how they affected my life. However, when I was in 7th grade, it all began to change. Very dramatic, I know. 7th grade was arguably the worst school year of my life. 2014, I was still posting videos, but I had to put my schoolwork before YouTube. My parents had never, ever approved of my video makings. To this day, they still want me to stop because they say it's a waste of time and it will help me in life and it's only conflict you with more than important life experiences. But I did realize they were right and were only looking out for me. I then got into some drama with Loud Pedal, and it was my own fault. I'll admit that, but it was the first time I got into drama like that, and it really shook me, and I had no idea what to do. I really wanted to quit because all the comments were telling me to, and my parents, my friends, for my own sake, and I stopped reading the comments, and to this day, I'm still scared to read the comments, which is why I don't really reply to anyone as much anymore. 2014 was the first time I wanted to quit. I found a video I made in 2014 a month ago about quitting that I don't even remember recording, but I guess I really wanted to quit then. And then come 2015, by far the worst year of my life, by far. Dear God, okay. My most loyal fans could probably tell a change in my energy level / happiness level. I was very, very unhappy last year. And I got a lot less funny on YouTube, if I was funny to begin with the jokes. I had like no jokes. They were totally cool to mechanism. But it's hard to enjoy a practical joke when your whole life feels like one. School was better than 7th grade, but school didn't even matter anymore. I had lost a bunch of my online friends, pretty much all of them. People used to talk to quit, and the ones who remained didn't want to talk to me. It was really weird. They literally all stopped talking to me at the same time. It's like they had this big meeting or on the group chat, and I'm just like, okay, squad, from now on, we're all going to ignore Smiley, okay? Like, her hair is too long, and she doesn't even have that many subscribers, so let me cut her. Like, there was no explanation, just a disappearance. They all just stopped talking to me. And that's the thing with online relationships, is you can leave without trace and never look back. So that really sucked, with all the drama, losing all my friends, and some of them turning against me, and lots of betrayal. I just couldn't take it anymore. I had absolutely no energy. I've stopped making videos, going on social media for months. I only made a few videos in 2015, and none of them were really that good. Even though I wanted to make an epic comeback, and I really wanted to interact with you guys, and I wanted everything really just go back to what it was before, I just couldn't do it at the time. I didn't play any Animal Jam during this period, and I missed all the news that went on, and people thought I'd quit, so they thought it gave them the right to steal my video ideas. But since they're much more powerful than I'll ever be, no one really cared or noticed. So they did that and got away with it. And it wasn't really just a one-time thing either. It happened like 5 times, but there was nothing I could do. I had to deal with a bunch of real life problems too, which was a even bigger part of why I was so sad at the time. I lost some of my in real life friends, not as much as my online friends, but it felt worse because I'd known them for years. And my family life wasn't going well, my grades got even worse, and people at school were mean, and I was brokenhearted, and my friend tried to kill himself, and I was so lonely and guilty and depressed over the summer and fall and winter and spring last year in general that I never thought that I'll return to YouTube or even get the motivation back to post anything at all. Quitting seemed like the easiest option. I didn't like what Amgen had become, what the community had turned into. I watched videos from 5 years ago when people first started posting videos, and they're so different from what they are now. And the game has changed, and I do really miss the old days. I know it sounds cliche. I always felt kind of isolated from the rest of the so-called famous jammers because I felt like they were all best friends with each other or just acted like it. And they were on cloud 9, and I was like at the bottom of TARDIS. Especially after I lost all my friends and connections with them, and I didn't think there was anything keeping me here anymore, so I just wanted to quit. I tend to dictate my accomplishments on numbers, like numbers of subscribers, views, likes, friends. which I didn't used to do, but that was before I went to church. And I don't want to tell you a sob story and make you feel sorry for me. I'm making this because I need to get people to understand, because no one really understands. But I'm not really saying a lot or anything because it's personal, and I'm not really ready for people to judge me and tell me things I don't want to hear. I'll save that for later when I'm older and wiser. So last year sucked a lot. However, things change and time heals. 2016 wandered into my life, and after a year of absolute hell, I saw the light. Not heaven, not my going to heaven. I mean the light after a darkness, metaphorically, you know what I mean. Anyways, I was very happy to leave 2015 and my emotionally unstable state behind. I was a lot more motivated than before, and I was actually able to function and not wish myself. Yay, improvement. And what was my driving factor, you ask? Besides pills, construction work? It was the absolute fear of failure. I was terrified that I was going to fail high school and life, not go to college, and live in poverty to my number suicide. That I was actually motivated to wake up and go to school and try a little bit harder. There's also the fear of not being good enough on the internet because I'm unfortunately a very competitive person. And so if I get into something, I really get into it. Like, unhealthily obsessed. Like, I was obsessed with making videos for months, and I thought way too much about it. Like, chill, you're gonna have to be the best in everything, you know. But I felt like I did. And so I had an awakening recently. I saw my fellow YouTubers whose channels had skyrocketed during my year of being AFK, and I was like, I really have to catch up. And there was also new people I was curious about and who had changed, and I was trying to figure it out. So yes, that is what motivates me, lame and boring as if I know. But it's like when you're at the end of a marathon and you see people in front of you and they motivate you to run a little bit faster. So I didn't quit YouTube because I figured I'd worked so hard on this channel and sacrificed too many hours of sleep. So even though I said this ruined my life, it also saved my life, and I don't regret it. And I couldn't leave this behind because it had affected my life so much. Whether that's good or bad. If this was a young adult novel, this would be the ending part where I give an inspirational quote and find peace and love with a hot boyfriend and cute puppy. But this isn't a book, so I can end the video right here. Goodbye!
Derp, derp.
I'm just kidding. So this is my Calendar story so far, which was mostly just my sugar-coated depression story. But the point of this, once again, is if you're watching this right now, you most likely played the game Am Jam. And everyone always tells me that it's just a game, which I hear so much from my parents, from people, just random people, strangers. However, it's not just a game to me, which you might relate. This game definitely has affected my life, and it's unbelievable to see how far we've come. Like 40,000 subscribers, that is insane. Thank you so much for supporting me when no one else did. Whether you've been here from the beginning of this, or this is the first video of Finding Watch. I know I've been kind of crazy and frustrating to deal with, like what kind of YouTuber am I if I don't make videos, right? And I'm so jealous of people whose favorite YouTubers make daily videos, because everyone I like makes like 2.5 videos per year. Anyways, this is a new chapter in my life, which I'm fighting for to be the best I've ever had. I decided to change myself and this channel and just stop on the things I don't want to do and cut unnecessary ties. I'm going to start making real life videos along with Amgen just because I enjoy it. I don't care if I don't get as many views as before, because for the first time in a long time, I'm being genuine and I'm actually just being myself and enjoying this and doing it because I want to. I think a lot of YouTubers have to go through the same minor dilemma or existential crisis where you realize everything you've been doing is wrong because you're not being yourself, and you realize a bunch of your friends are fake and just using you, and this probably isn't relatable at all unless you make videos. But anyways, thank you so much for watching. Once again, you can leave your comments in the comment section below with your experiences and just analogous things. Like and subscribe if you haven't already, because we have cookies. And as always, keep smiling. I love you guys so much. Bye, friends.
Derp, derpity derp 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 derp.